Hey there, welcome back to gggaming. So we have a brand new 7-star Tera Raid boss in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and it is this guy right here, Serperior. Super fun, can be difficult, but has one critical weakness that we will cover, so stick around. We're going to go through all the details on this guy like we always do. Let's get to it. Okay, to the summary. Here we go. So, Serperior, here's what you're looking at when you get into this raid boss. And that's the point of this video, so you understand how this thing flows and how it functions. All right, we got Grass Tera Type. For Grass Tera Type, that means we have got 5 weaknesses, so lots of opportunity for this guy. Flying, Poison, Bug, Fire, and Ice all are strong against this poor raid boss. And I say poor because there's a lot of options to defeating it if you know the secret, which we're going to get to here shortly, so stick around. Other than that, nothing else too much to worry about there. Let's jump over and talk about the moves and his stats. So his moves are the key to victory and also the key to defeat if you don't account for them properly. Very first move he has is Leaf Storm. All right, Leaf Storm is crazy. Why? Because it harshly lowers his special attack stat. Well, wait. Hold on a minute, Bruce. You mean that's bad? Yes, it is very bad because of his ability hidden back there that we're going to talk about here in a second. It's called Contrary. Instead of lowering that special attack stat, it actually raises that thing +2 each time he uses it, which means basically in a turn, because he can use it on the NPCs. If you're soloing, he can be max special attack and just resume wrecking you. All right. Now that you understand that, and you understand why that is a problem, let's talk about the rest of them. Gastric Acid. This basically nullifies all abilities, okay, on you. So it can take your ability away. So Pokemon that we use, we will not focus on their abilities. It's going to get nullified anyway. Don't care. Other than that, Dragon Pulse. This is a filler special attack move. Nothing crazy there. It is really good, really strong. I understand why it's there because of some of the other typing. Gives him something to hit you with. Iron Tail. This is the only physical move. He's full special on these other two. Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, both special. Iron Tail is the only physical move. All right? It has a low accuracy, so you can manage this thing. He does start the fight with an interesting move that we're going to cover here in a little bit that allows that Iron Tail to land 100% of the time, but we can account for that, no big deal. This one's interesting because it lowers your defensive stat. All of my builds, Iron Tail is pretty much what he's going to focus on, and you as well when you use the critical secret to beating him. He's going to use that Iron Tail, so we want to account for that defensive down because it gets a bit frustrating if it lands a lot. And it seems to land a lot with 7-star raid bosses, more than it does if I were using it. So there you go. There's the moves. Let's talk about his stats. He's pretty well-rounded on the stat pool. Nothing too crazy here. Special defense 226, defense 226. What does that mean? That means you can use whichever build you want to use to be able to take this guy down. Nothing too crazy there. He has obviously pushed more towards the special attack stat, which is nice because once we get rid of the ability for him to use special attacks or really hurt that whole function on him, then he's going to shift to this attack stat for that Iron Tail, which is very low. You're not going to take very much damage. Even if you get a couple defensive downs, no big deal. All right. Here is the kicker. Contrary is the ability. This should look very familiar because we've just used this ability to take advantage of the last 7-star raid boss, which was Incineroar. Now we've got Contrary right here on Serperior, which has been really critical to making Serperior work for other raid bosses in the past. So reverses any stat changes that happen to this Pokemon. Regardless of who does it, it reverses that stat change. That's the key. All right, so which means every time he uses that Leaf Storm right there, instead of going -2, he goes +2. All right, very critical that we get rid of Contrary. That is the secret to victory, to making this Pokemon absolutely easy. It is one move. Skill swap. Technical machine move. I believe it is TM98. I'm not mistaken, probably mistaken, but I think that's what it is. I just taught it to like every Pokemon I have. So you will need skill swap. Some things can learn it natively, but other ones you'll need that TM. So you will see that in the showcases. Make sure you check those out. Let's go through the raid flow real quick and the recommended Pokemon and NPCs, etc., like we always do. So we're going to go side by side with the Cerebi database as we always do because we like to use that. This is the the raid as a whole and kind of what we're looking at, what we have to deal with. So we already talked about his primary moves, which are right here, Leaf Storm through Iron Tail. He has additional moves. All right, these are coded moves that he uses just once at a given interval in the fight. Sweet Scent, Breaking Swipe, and Glare. None of these are really too big a deal. Okay, he's going to open the fight with Sweet Scent. All right, so let's swap down here and take a look at the actual scripted actions and kind of when this fight pans out. So essentially, shield goes up at 75 or 75 HP time, pretty standard for any raid boss. But he's going to open with Serperior uses Sweet Scent right here at 99% time remaining. So it's going to be basically turn 0. He's going to use that. That drops your evasion -2, allowing moves like that Iron Tail to hit you 100% of the time. Okay? At the end of the day, it's not a big deal. All of our builds, we probably won't faint. If you faint, you get that back. If you don't faint, either way, you know what I mean? We're rambling. All right, so here's the other big piece. He's going to reset your stats, our stats, my stats, at 85% time. So still very early. Only does it once, and then we're free to buff our Pokemon from there. So that'll make more sense in the showcases. Check one of those out, and I'll show you how to take advantage of that. And then he's going to use Breaking Swipe at 84% time. Again, not a big deal at all. Drops the attack stat one spot. We've got plenty of ways to handle that. So check out those showcases. Other than that, he's going to steal that Tera Orb charge at 75% time. He's going to reset his stats at 60, and then he's going to use Glare, which causes Paralyze at 40%. That will happen to one random Pokemon. It might happen to me, might happen to you. It may happen to one of the other NPCs. We don't know. Either way, Heal Cheer, get rid of that Paralyze. You're off and running. You're good to go. All right, that's it for him. Let's get over and let's get back to the actual game here, and then let's go into... Work with me. What am I doing? There we go. There we go. Focus. Function. Not focus. Boxes. All right. Here we go. YouTube box. You know how this works. So we have our Serperior here with the Mightiest Mark. That is critical piece. I forgot to talk about that. So Mightiest Mark, yes, that is what you get for winning. Otherwise, it's the same Pokemon. We're going to do a Slowbro, a Galarian Slowbro. Absolutely amazing strong. Probably the strongest that I've seen so far. At least that I built. Of these three, I think he's the strongest. Delphox. Ooh, this one is so good and just absolutely destroys this raid boss. And then Mew. Why not? Mew can learn every move in the game. Mew, I actually won 2 different ways. We did it this way with the bug build, and then we also did it with the ice build on with Avalanche. Both of which worked great to knock this guy out, which was the very first time I knocked him out, was using an ice build Mew. Then shifted over to the bug. Works absolutely awesome. So, those will be your showcases to go check out. Let's talk about the NPCs. As we saw, he's a pretty much special move Pokemon with the Dragon Pulse and the Leaf Storm, as well as the physical Iron Tail. Not a big deal. So you have your 2 healers, Gardevoir and Arbolivia. Gardevoir, of course, gets Life Dew, and then Arbolivia gets the Seed Sower, which puts down grassy terrain. So those are your heal opportunities. Do you need them for any of these builds? No, they're not required. They're just nice to have. All right. One thing I do like about Arbolivia over Gardevoir is Gardevoir's completely random on the Life Dew. She may use it or may not use it. It's just RNG where Seed Sower's up all the whole time throughout the fight. Just get you that extra heals. But be careful. Seed Sower will boost the power of that Serperior's moves. But again, not a big deal. Bella Bolt's really, really good here. Bella Bolt uses Light Screen right there, which cuts the damage from special attack moves in half. So another really good one to have on your party. The 3 Intimidate NPCs, which are Arcanine, Tauros, and Staraptor. And of course, Intimidate drops the attack stat. When you first enter the battle, if you have one of these, what's going to happen is that the contrary ability on Serperior will actually cause this Intimidate to boost his attack stat. So it's going to go the other way. That's why it's critical that we get rid of it very quickly. All right? So that'll make more sense in the showcases. In fact, let's do it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get to those showcases. Those will be in separate videos. Go check out which or all of them that will help you out. Let's do it.